All right, thank you all for watching Competing in Cornfields, and thank you for sticking with me. We'll be rolling out regular content once again here, returning later this week. We'll keep things improving. We're currently here with a proud father, MMA fighter, all-around cool guy, Tanner Wonch. Thanks for joining us.
Yep.
Yo, I wanted to give a 1 second to shout out sponsors. I know you have a few. Maybe we can give them a shout out.
Yeah, Corey Van Dorn and Savage Ruthless. I actually got the sweatshirt on right now. You gotta get all my shirts and stuff like that. Tim Jones at Jones Dental in Aurora. He helps me out a whole bunch. Sean Proctor does my tattoos at Smokin' Joe's in Grand Island. And then JC and Pam Todd at Urban Pulse in Grand Island for all my CBD needs.
There we go. And I also wanted to give a shout out to Brian at 360 Fades here in Lincoln. That's 501 North 48th Street. Head over there today for a fresh cut. And also, I wanted to say shout out to Derek Minner.
Oh, yeah. It's a good fight.
Yeah, so I would like to maybe get your thoughts on that a little bit. I think that worked out best case scenario.
Yeah. He said before that, they had the game plan, he stuck to it, and that's what they did. It was dominant, very dominant.
For sure. Do you think that, I think that might have been the best way to even win. So they commented on the broadcast that he has had however many first round finishes,
right.
And that's kind of what they were, looking for or something like that. I think that, what do you think about that finish, stacked along all the sides of his others?
I mean, I just think it was cool that he went all three and looked just fine afterwards. So obviously his conditioning was there, so everybody that said it wasn't, he proved him wrong, I guess. And I think it was a cool win for sure.
It wasn't exactly boring either, as a grappling fan.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, you could see all the stuff going on. He clipped him a few times too, which got you out of your seat. It was a good fight, good 15 minutes.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. All right, so MFC March 20th there in North Platte.
Yep.
So I was just looking to see, how did this come about?
So I got family in North Platte. My dad's side of the family kind of grew up around there. I worked out of a company called Snell Services in North Platte for a while, so I've just always been around. And Rush Jones, actually, so I don't know if he owns it or just is co-owner or whatever, but he...
Definitely involved.
Yeah, whatever, I think he owns it. My great aunt works at his law office, so he kind of got in contact with her one time, last year. I was actually supposed to fight on their St. Patty's Day beatdown last year. And then the week before, whatever's when the COVID-19 thing hit and everybody had to shut down. So this was supposed to happen last year, but I told him, when it came around this year, I would definitely be on it. And, kind of came into fruition. So.
Yeah. Is there anything different about being in a different organization and being out of town?
No. I mean, I guess I've never experienced it yet. I did once in Kansas, but that was combat jiu-jitsu, so that wasn't really, wasn't the MMA exact thing. So we'll see. I know that I'll be there, obviously to do my weight cut and then the weigh-ins, and I'll stay there. So then I think, once it comes to fight day, it'll just all feel the same. I'll do my same routine and everything, so should be all right.
Is that kind of how it went during your combat jiu-jitsu experience?
No, that was a little different. My younger brother, and then my best friends Dante and Anthony, they actually drove down with me the day of, and we weighed in, and I weighed in at 170 that day. So it was a welterweight thing, and we weighed in. They cornered me. We had fun with it. There was my warm-up was, we all had our masks on because that was right when COVID hit, and we were wrestling around with a bunch of Muay Thai boxers. Were just walking around us, and we were warming up right there. It was weird. So this will be definitely different for sure.
Because that was one of those crazy mixed events where they had MMA, kickboxing, boxing.
And bare knuckle boxing.
Knuckle.
Jack Ferrix.
He
boxed bare knuckle that day.
He won a decision.
He fought twice that day, I think. Yeah. Two decisions. Yeah,
2 decisions.
Sure.
Would you ever embark on that?
No, I don't. I don't actually. No plans yet.
Yeah.
That's for sure. But no, I think MMA is more my game.
Yeah, man. I don't care exactly just for straight boxing if we are to do that in the gym.
Yeah.
I like a little bit more kicks or something else.
I grew up obviously wrestling, so the boxing. I mean, I learned boxing when I learned kicks and kickboxing and everything else. So just kind of I only know how to do that type of stuff. I don't even know boxing rules. I don't think really. So.
Right. Yeah. Paige Van Zandt as well. If you
Yeah.
saw that fight, there was a lot of hugging,
Yeah.
a lot of
Yeah.
leaning. But anyway, so back to your upcoming fight on March 20th there in North Platte. A lot of your previous guys, like, we're pretty familiar with, you know what I mean? We've seen them, you know, definitely tough guys, but, you know, is there anything different about, you know, how is preparing for a person that, you know what I mean, that you maybe haven't seen live, and did you know about him before the fight was offered?
No, I've never heard of him before the fight. Ryan McDonald, who actually asked me about it first, he sent me his name. He had an undefeated record. And they also sent me a couple other names or one other name, but that were from Nebraska. But I saw this guy's undefeated record, and I hit up Derek and Nick, and you know I ran it by them, and I said, you know, this is the fight I want. I'd rather take the tougher fight right now, and so we you know, I obviously watched him on YouTube to see what he was about, and then I just said yeah to it. So
yeah, well, you know, and also knowing that, like, you know, you say that he trains at Jackson Wink or whatever?
yeah, that's so I think he's from Virginia, and then I guess he trains down there in New Mexico. So yeah, I mean, he's coming from a good camp, but
yeah. But you've also been switching up your training as well.
Yeah.
You know, getting different looks. You care to expand on that?
Yeah, so I've recently here, that's starting this summer, before I fought Justin at Pinnacle Bank in August, I started going to Premier during the weekdays for sparring with Derek as my coach, and then, you know, Ryan Jensen comes in there, and they have, you know, a bunch of really good bodies, a lot of pros in there, a lot of big good guys, and you know, Dakota Cochran comes in sometimes, and he's the number one bare knuckle boxer right now. So there's a great group of guys in there. Yeah, there's a lot of experience, and it's just So we're building our own little, or they're building, and you know, I'm just a part of this team that's kind of growing right there. That's just got bodies, and we spar, and you know, we learn stuff. Derek goes down to Glory and comes back up, and then he'll show us some new stuff that he's learned, or Ryan will show us, and just kind of expanding everything I know, learning more every time.
Yeah, no, that's good. I mean, that seems that, you know, most everybody in the game, you know, is getting different looks, and depending on what time it is or what opponent or, you know, time spent. So do you get very many combat jiu-jitsu offers, or have you?
Let's see. I think one other time, somewhere down in Kansas they did, but no, that's not anything.
It didn't work out? Or?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I think I was training for Ray, or it was right after I fought Justin. It was like somewhere in that time. But no, it's not something that people ask, or I'll do it if they ask, but it's not if you know, timing's right. But it's not something I'm looking for. Just focus on MMA right now.
That makes sense. And then so like I was gonna say, like, ever since like I've known you, you know, like fighting's always been like what it's going to be. Like there's no plan B. Like, you know, like that's what it is. You know, I was just looking to see like what keeps you motivated, and if you are able, or if you would like to share what kind of personal goals you've set for yourself.
Yeah, so, you know, obviously Paisley, she's my biggest motivation. Just being able to end up providing, you know, giving her a great life, better life than, you know, most kids will get. That's my main motivation, obviously, and you know, I just I set my eyes on it, and I've just kind of stuck to it. I really just trying to put all my eggs in this one basket right now, you know, so just trying to do it. Goals, you know, obviously I want to go to the UFC. That's my ultimate goal. I want to go there. I want to be dominant in it, you know, win fights, be heard of. I want my name to be known. That's my overall goal. But right now, you know, I'm just going fight by fight. I just want to improve. You know, because I'm still an amateur. I'm still young, so I just have a lot to learn, and so I'm really trying to right now meet these little goals. Like I want to have the belt in MCF and Dynasty. Like I definitely want to do that. I want to have, you know, good pro fights right away. But my end all goal is definitely to be in the UFC, top 10. You know, whatever I can get to. Just fight my hardest all the time.
Yeah, no, I definitely hear that. Anything else going on?
Not just been training right now for this next fight. Start the weight cut here soon. Get my diet's getting back in check, and just getting ready for it.
Yo, that sounds good. And then again, that's March 20th in North Platte. All right. Well, definitely. Thanks a lot, Tanner.
Yeah.
All right. Check you later.